Hello everybody, this is Fronto Bobbin here, and welcome to race number 22 of the 2018 NASCAR Siemens National Series season. This is the Kool-Aid 300 at Las Vegas. So, yeah, interestingly enough, this was something that was slightly unscripted and didn't really think too much of it. But yeah, just 1 week after racing in Kansas, we're now here at a track that is very shockingly similar to Las Vegas. To Kansas. It's Las Vegas. So, this race is gonna be an interesting one. We'll see how similar this race is to. If this race though is like a repeat in a way of Kansas, because Kansas was pretty exciting, then this race should be exciting as well. I'm not so sure about what the NASCAR Siemens, NASCAR Cup Series race is going to be like for tomorrow, but for today, it's time for the NASCAR Siemens National Series isms. So last week, of course, Dom Tromolowski scored his second career win and now has the same amount of wins as Christopher Bell. However, not the same amount of points though. Although maybe this could be the start of a really late season resurgence for Dom Tromolowski. Maybe he might be able to catch back up to Christopher Bell before the season finale. But I'm not betting on it, and neither are a lot of other people, and I don't blame them. So, there's my iPad there. So, yeah, well, enough of that blah blah blahs. Let's not give you the starting grid for the race. Starting on the pole for this race is Tyler Reddick. Alongside him in second is Christopher Bell. Third is Dom Tromolowski. Fourth is Hednet. Fifth is Edward. Sixth is John Hunter Nemechek. Seventh is Russell David. Eighth is Texas. Ninth is Chase Briscoe. 10th is Austin Cindric. 11th is Tom Majeski. 12th is Michael Annett. 13th is Brandon Jones. 14th is Elliott Sadler. 15th is Ferdinand. 16th is Matt Tifft. 17th is Justin Allgaier. 18th is Ryan Reed. 19th is Ty Dillon. 20th is Cole Custer. 21st is Kyle Benjamin. 22nd is Vinnie Miller. 23rd is Jeremy Clements. 24th is Ernie Irvin. 25th is Garrett Smithley. 26th is Bob Punter. 27th is Mitch Bronson. 28th is Winston Rimmer. 29th is Darren DeMondi. 30th is Shane Lamb. 31st is Ross Chastain. And 32nd, running in last, is Ryan Sieg. So, yes, exactly the same, well, I think exactly the same distance, same amount of lappage. I don't know if it's the same, I don't know, doesn't matter. Regardless, we'll see what this race brings. So, with Dom Tromolowski getting his second career win last week, who is gonna get the win this week? Are we gonna see a first-time winner, or are we gonna see a repeat winner, or are we gonna see something surprising? In fairness, I really have absolutely no idea. I don't really know what we're going to see today. Especially after last week, and of course this is the second week in a row that Kyle Benjamin's in the number 18 car, which means Ryan Preece not in this race, which means that all these guys are able to have that, and, it's interesting. If we get rid of Ryan Preece and suddenly, a bunch of these guys actually have a shot to win the race. Yeah, it's kind of amazing when you take out the fast, I say that. When I say take out, I should say, when you equalize the field, it really brings up the competition, because a lot of these guys up here are fairly equal in terms of skill level and car performance, which is one of the ways that Dom Tromolowski was able to get a second career win last week, and why we might see one of these guys up here get a win this week. But we're gonna find out what ultimately happens, and green flag is underway for the Kool-Aid 300 at Las Vegas. Almost forgot the name of the race for a second there. Dom Tromolowski already trying to go to the outside lane, going to make it 3-wide for the lead, but Tyler Reddick tries to pull out to the lead here, but not going to quite be able to defend his position. And Dom Tromolowski immediately to the inside lane, going to try to take the lead off of turn number 2, side by side with Tyler Reddick, as the two are now side by side with each other, very close to down the backstretch. Edward, though, now it's time to stick his nose on Dom Tromolowski to take the lead here. But Dom Tromolowski trying to keep his car on top, but not quite going to hold it here, as Edward's going to get into these guys to as well as Edward immediately going to go to lead. Edward leads the first lap here at Las Vegas. Christopher Bell, though, also going pretty low here, is going to try to take the second position away from these guys, and Christopher Bell might have to take the lead here, but Edward, though, now starting to pull away from this field as we have a caution already. That explains the slowdown. I looked at the drivers, and they were slowing down already. Caution is out already here at Las Vegas. Wow, that must be the fastest caution ever. I have no idea what the heck happened there, but we're going to rewind in time and find out. Very quick caution already here in Las Vegas. I never expect to see a caution so early in this race, but let's see what happened here. Oh dear, looks like Henne was going around. I wonder what happened to Henne here. We're gonna, well, let's just see. Oh dear, this race was a bit of a troubling. So they went full wide for, I don't know what position with this. Russell David gets shook in around, and Henne gets spun on as well. So Henne, going for the spin, crashes. Oh man, Henne in a very much worse situation now. So Henne already out of this race before the race even it goes that far. In fact, a couple of guys already out of the race, and as it's only just started. Also, David Tobal Motorsports rookie involved in this crash as well. We're gonna go back a bit here and see what else happened here, because that crash went by considerably quickly. But Russell David also involved in this crash. We have to go into the far chase so we can get a better angle at this crash from Russell David's perspective. So it looks like that now he was just trying to do his thing, just squeezing his way through all the drivers, but then he gets into John Hunter Nemechek, who's on the outside of him. He bounces off, then he bounces off of Ty Majeski on the inside, then he bounces off of John Nemechek goes into Henne, and as a result, Russell David bounces to John Nemechek again, and then Russell David goes high into the outside wall, almost going around, but luckily Russell David not going to have a repeat of Richmond, and will stay all 4 feet on the track. But still a very, little bit unfortunate for Russell David going around. They probably will be able to fix Russell David's car, but he's gonna be at the far back of the field, and will have to make up a considerable amount of positions. Luckily for Russell David, he did not get the worst of the accident, as a few other guys did. Ernie Irvin, he also got involved pretty badly in this accident. We're gonna see what else happened here. So Ernie Irvin looks like he was trying to do his thing, and then he just crashes into a spinning Henne. We're gonna actually have to go into the roof camera so we can get a better angle of this, because that went by pretty quickly. So we're gonna have to go to the cockpit camera. Actually, no, we can go on the roof camera to see this. So if we go a bit slow here, so everyone's wrecking and stuff like that. It looks like Ernie Irvin tried to avoid the accident, but could not get out of the way of Henne, and he gets underneath of Henne, and Henne goes for a little ride on Ernie Irvin, and then he gets more of a ride as well, and ultimately, and that's going to be the end of Ernie Irvin's race. So Ernie Irvin, despite the fact that the race has only just started, he's already out of it. Kind of a shame for Ernie Irvin, but not the end of the world. Although Vinnie Miller also got pretty severely involved in the accident. Let's see what happened on his end. Once again, we're going to have to go to the far chase camera to get a good angle of this accident. So, Vinnie Miller looks like he was just doing his thing, running high here, and then, of course, the crash happening up ahead. But what actually happens here? So it looks like he's unable to avoid Henne and crashes right into it, which would ultimately cause Henne to go, go in the air like that. And as a result, Vinnie Miller, he is now also out of this race. Wow. So all the 4 drivers who got involved in the accident, Russell David looks like he's going to be the only survivor in this accident, whereas everybody else is now out of it. But interesting to see Russell David, of all drivers, survive this accident and not be in the, well, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But let's say Russell Davis should be thankful that this accident didn't go any worse for him. As there's Ernie Irvin now running down there. Oh, what's this? Mr. Rimmer. Oh, looks like, okay, it looked like for a second he was involved, but no, Mr. Rimmer is fine. He's just doing his thing now. Well, regardless, let's now head up the field now and see what the field does. So Edward, the leader in the race, we got it just off of the initial start of the race. So well, let's hope he goes behind the pace car here, and it looks like he will. So of course, since we're only on the initial start of the race, I expect that a lot of the leaders are going to be staying out for this starting, or for this lap here. Oh, Johnny Unitek coming up pit road. Really to do that, and the entire rest of the riffraff coming in. Russell David coming in too. So I'm guessing Russell David coming in to repair any damages that his car might have here. Yes. I mean, Russell David, well, I say he doesn't have that much damage. It's still enough, I guess still enough damage for him to have to come down pit road and for his pit crew to make any necessary repairs to his car. little bit unfortunate because we saw Russell David lead for a considerable amount of time last week at Kansas. This week though, not gonna have the same luck. But oh well, not the end of the world. So it wasn't 20th before by Johnny Newman's taking the same thing though. That's the Rip Rap crew now just coming out here. Shane Lamb, the first one out. Shane Lamb, the rookie. He's had an interesting rookie. Well, I say interesting rookie season. He's been pretty irrelevant for almost this whole season. Well, I say almost, pretty much this entire season. Yeah, this entire season hasn't been a talking point at all. But oh well. And here's Johnny Newman now coming out pit road, and Russell David just falling behind as well. Well, it looks like we will be going green next time by. Dom Tromazowski once again driving that Mobile 1 car, which we've barely seen this season, but is looking nice up front. Nice tribute to when this paint scheme existed. You know, back in 2016, when Tony Stewart drove this paint scheme in what was his final season. This paint scheme, though, will remain pretty, well, considerably popular for Dom Tromazowski's career. Also, this is just me or the texture's off here with the taillights on the Camaros. Anyway, let's see what's happening now. So it looks like the field feels lined up. Here comes Winston Rimmer coming out and Mitch Bronson falling behind as well. Also, Mitch Bronson looks like he can cure hood damage from somewhere. Interesting. Well, regardless, let's see, lights are out. And we'll be going next time by. Nobody's a lap down, so nobody will be coming. Oh, never mind. Winston Rimmer will be coming up to the front. Okay. Not sure what he's going to be able to do up here, but I guess only time will tell. My chair close to the thing. Yeah, so I guess we'll have to see what Winston Rimmer does now. Alright, we'll just do a bit of fast forwarding to get up to the start again. There you go, pace car is off. And we will now restart here at Las Vegas and see how long we go before the next caution. So we are underway once again. Edward immediately pulling out. Winston Rimmer going pretty slow on the bottom, but the top line though getting past him quite quickly. On center, it looks like he struggled a little bit, but Lears though made it clean, and they are now a single file, and now they are ready to do some battle here at Las Vegas. Tyler Reddick trying to go to the inside of Dom Tromazowski, but Dom Tromazowski now trying to still holding his position. Christopher Bell though going to dive underneath Tyler Reddick to try to take the lead here. Look at this. Christopher Bell trying to go for his third win this season here in the NASCAR matches, but Dom Tromazowski though diving underneath, slowing down Edward, and Dom Tromazowski now in the lead here once again in lead here for the first time here at Las Vegas though, but they're gonna go 3 wide as Tyler Reddick gets very close to Christopher Bell, and looks like they were gonna make contact. They looked, they didn't make any contact. That could have been in a much worse case scenario. But Dom Tromazowski though out to a slightly comforting lead. But as they Dom Tromazowski though gonna go high though as the field goes 3 wide for a second. Dom Tromazowski's gonna go run high, unfortunately, which will allow Tyler Reddick to now take the lead back once again and got Christopher Bell and Chase Briscoe falling behind these guys as well. Look at the way that these guys do these things. So Tyler Reddick with the lead, but Christopher Bell going underneath these guys. And Chase Briscoe now trying to come up here and compete for something. So Reddick with the lead. But Christopher Bell though was the second. But Dom Tromazowski though giving Christopher Bell a run for his money. Dom Tromazowski now going to go now going underneath Christopher Bell for the lead, or not for the lead, for second. And there is, interestingly enough, the 2 Ford cars, Chase Briscoe and Tom Majeski, running up here. Man, many rookies up here. Interestingly enough. Oh, there's that's Mitch Bronson down there for some reason. Anyway, so Tyler Reddick has the lead, but everyone else trying everything in their power to get back up here. And here, oh, Chase Briscoe though gonna run high. That's gonna allow Ty Majeski to take him on and going to the inside lane. He's got Edward behind him as well. So the Ford camp getting together. Oh, not quite though. Edward gonna dive underneath both of these guys to take up 2 spots, which will move him up to 3rd. As now the 2 Ford drivers of Ty Majeski and Chase Briscoe continue to battle side by side with each other. Christopher Bell gonna go very low on these guys to make it 3 wide for 4th now. Many 3 wide-isms happening here in Las Vegas, but now they're gonna split up as Christopher Bell now goes to deep to the inside of Edward to try to take him on 4th, and caution's out again. Won't take very long. So Reddick has the lead with Wazowski second in the field, though now having to slow down once again. As I saw tire smoke, but this indeed is going to bring another caution. So it's like I once said, cautions breed cautions. Oh, looks like that Russell David and John Nemechek starting to climb their way back up to the field, so they might be able to contend for a position later, slightly later on in the race. But we are under the caution flag. Looks like the old field's going to pit this time, but before we watch pit stopisms happen, we're going to rewind time and see what the heck happened to bring out that last caution. Because, yeah, now we're having another caution in this race, which is something that I did not expect. But, yeah, who knew that caution was such an often thing here? Let's see, who spun out this time? Definitely wasn't any guys up here. Oh, it was Kyle Benjamin who got spun around, I think it was. Yeah, so Kyle Benjamin gets into it with Ty Dillon, but then, actually, yeah, we're gonna go on the far chase camera again and see what else happened. So Kyle Benjamin, he was scrubbing the side of Ty Dillon for a considerable amount of time. Matt Tiff was there, but isn't going to do anything here. But Kyle Benjamin gets into Ty Dillon, causing Kyle Benjamin to spin around, and as a result, going to get hit by Ty Dillon. Oh, and that wasn't the end of it though, as now Ty Dillon got hit in the rear end by, it looks like it was Jeremy Clements. Yeah, so Jeremy Clements looks like he had nowhere to go to try to avoid this action. As a result, he just smacked into the rear end of Ty Dillon. Wow. Xander Monty only just going to just avoid these guys, but Jeremy Clements now with damage. I think with damage. His front end might be a little bit screwed up, but I guess we're going to have to see if he has to come down pit road or not to fix or to repair the damages. Well, with that being said, we're now under caution once again here at Las Vegas. Didn't expect so many cautions here. Because, interesting enough, Kansas, you know, the Siemens Energies race here at Kansas last week was caution-free. This race, though, we're only 11 laps in already. We have 2 cautions. Looks like this time, though, the entirety of the lead pack is going to be coming down pit road for a service. This may, you know, do some stuff in the front of the field, though. So, Tyler Reddick and Wazowski and looks like several other coming up this time by. Mitch Bronson though staying out, Johnny taking Russell Davis staying out this time too, and Ryan Sieg and many others, which is understandable because those guys played under the last caution, so it's understandable why they're going to be up here for this caution. And meanwhile, the rest of the field coming down, so we're going to see who didn't pit. But at the same time, we're gonna stick the camera down here and see who does what here. So Tyler Reddick, your current leader. Let's see who gets off of pit road first. Everybody just doing what they do best here on pit road. Whoever though came up pretty quickly. Oh dear! Oh, looks like we're seeing some strategy here. Tyler Reddick pulled a bit of a strategy here. Now he's all Dom Chozowski, the first one off of pit road. Let's see also who didn't pick here. So Winston Rimmer, Xander Mondi, Chastain, Sieg, David, Nemechek, and Bronson all stayed out. But then it was understandable because they did pit on the last caution. So, can we see John Hunter, Nemechek, and Russell David start to make up a number of positions in this race? As for this field, they're now just lining up behind, as they should. Although they did pit back there. Oh, Kyle Benjamin, despite the fact that he had to miss 4, he's still going to be in this, or still competing in this race. Alright, so the entirety of the field has gone up a road. Now we're going to see what the restart looks like this time by. As Mitch Bronson, well, it looks like he's the leader, but we're going to see exactly who's going to be where this time by. Let's not yet. Is anyone hit this time by? Nope. Alright, next lap. Here we go. So Mitch Bronson going to have to dive to the inside here, and this time by John Hunter Nemechek is going to have the lead here, and Mr. Rimmer coming up here as well. The Teddy Ryan car's doing interesting stuff in this race. But, however, though, interestingly enough, Ryan Sieg, Ross Chastain, and Xander Monday all being scored for position up here. So because of the way that this restart is working out, these three slow cars are now being up here. I mean, they're probably going to lose positions quite rapidly, but I guess we'll see them enjoy being up here while it lasts. Meanwhile, though, John Nemechek with the lead here. John Hunter Nemechek almost won the race last week. Could he win this week? We also have Russell David up here too. Could he try to compete for his first career win today here? I don't know. But the questions are up in the air. I know I ask a ton of questions here on this thing, but I mean, don't you guys think it's fun to ask questions? You know, what's gonna happen? Who's gonna do what? Well, I don't know. Anyway, with that being said, let's see if we can go more than one lap without a caution, shall we? So with John Hunter Nemechek the leader and Russell David second, let's see how these two drivers do battle with Ryan Sieg, Ross Chastain, and Xander Monday separating or taking up the third, fourth, and fifth spot. And Dom Trzalski being currently now in the sixth spot. And we're underway once again here at Las Vegas. So Johnny Nemechek and Russell David getting quite the run off of the rest of the field, who are currently stuck behind in traffic here. A lot of traffic going here. That's allowed Russell David to already go to the inside of John Hunter Nemechek. Russell David now to the lead here at Las Vegas. Look at that. He's trying everything in his power to get ahead of John Hunter Nemechek. Ooh, yes, these two are we're definitely going to be seeing these two do a battle. You know, here at Las Vegas, at least until the next guys come up here. So Russell David, though, now trying to get a clear lead here on John Hunter Nemechek, and Russell David will lead a lap here at Las Vegas, which is really cool to see from Topapa Motorsports. And it looks like no caution yet this time by. Let's see how long until we go before the next caution comes out, or maybe we won't get a caution. I don't really know. Is my voice all being weird? And nope, no caution still. I thought I saw the lights going yellow, but they're still green. Yeah. Looks like the field is starting to get into a rhythm here, and we're not going to have a caution this time by. Cool. So Russell David, however, now with the lead here on John Nemechek. However, the field behind him have now made their way through lap traffic, and it might be starting to catch up here as Chase Briscoe takes third place away from Edwin and Christopher Bell as those two battle. There is a considerable distance between second and third, while there isn't a huge distance between first and second, well, we'll see how long this gap lasts. Russell David, though, once again for the second week in a row, going to get the experience of leading laps in a race, which is something that, well, any future winning driver needs. Oh, we're under. Oh, seriously again. Well, so much for that restart. We thought we could see some drama here, but looks like we're not going to see any drama at all. Looks like this race might be caution after caution after caution or something. Oh dear. Well, that's unfortunate. A caution again. Man, I don't know why. I guess people can't really drive here or something. I don't know. Well, let's see who it was this time. Oh, this one was pretty... Oh, wow. Okay, this one was a bit nasty here. Oh. Oh, this came out thanks to the idiocy, you might say, of Xander Monday, who... Let's see what happens to Xander Monday. So Xander Monday, let's start with him. So he was coming down the racetrack. He gets into Ryan Reed, gets spun by him. Ryan Reed survives, but Xander Monday now going to go for a ride in the grass. Can't seem to slow down, and does a Kevin LePage. And this happens. Wow. Very Kevin LePage driving style from Xander Monday. He just... Well, I say that. It wasn't like in the same style as Kevin LePage, whereas, you know, LePage, where he, you know, he came off of the, off of pit road. Xander Monday simply just came off of the infield. A very idiotic move by Xander Monday. He definitely could have slowed down back there, but he chose not to and simply just run back into the field. And may have ended the day of Kyle Benjamin and Cole Custer. Wow. So Cole Custer, though, might get the worst of it here. So he's gonna smack into the back end of Xander Monday, hit the wall hard. Wow. And that's going to put an end to both Cole Custer and Kyle Benjamin's race. That is such an unfortunate accident here. All because of the idiocy of Xander Mondi. It is now the end of Cole Custer's and Kyle Benjamin's race. Man, what an unfortunate thing for Cole Custer and Kyle Benjamin. Because neither of these two guys were in the wrong in that last accident, yet both their race over. Meanwhile, Xander Mondi gets to happily continue. Wow. I'm sure lots of people on social media are going to be raving about Xander Mondi. Because boy, oh boy. Despite the fact that it's late in the season, that was probably the most idiotic move we have seen this whole season. Dear oh dear. I don't know how Teddy Ryan's going to feel about this, but wow. Well, guess we'll have to settle down a bit and just see what happens now. Because due to the idiocy of Xander Mondi, we're going to have yet another restart here. Well, so much for Russell David joining us. Having a huge lead, now it's going to be diminished, and I guess we're going to go back to having some battles for the lead here. Kind of unfortunate, but I guess it is what it is. So, John, you're going to take the opportunity to pit back here, and the rest of the field staying out. Right, Russell David might lose the lead here. Oh, Ryan Sieg and Ross Chastain coming down here too, whereas looks like the rest of the field is staying out this time by. Yeah, here's Ryan Sieg and of course Xander Mondi coming in too. Yeah. That's definitely going to cause some controversy within, well, let's say controversy, just lots of anger towards Xander Mondi, because all thanks to the idiot action of Xander Mondi, he's going to put an end to the race of two other drivers. Two drivers who did nothing wrong, you know, couldn't avoid the accident, and yet their days are done. Which is not really necessarily a bad thing for Kyle Benjamin, because he's not scoring points. He's only a part-timer. But of course, he wanted that extra experience. Whereas Cole Custer, though, he's competing for points, and now Cole Custer is going to get yet another bad finish this season. But this time, though, all because of the idiocy of a certain other driver. Very unfortunate for some of these guys here. So he's going to have to give up a lot of positions, and Russell David now runs the risk of being overtaken. Man, we could have seen Russell David lead so many laps here, but we only had to have a caution only a few laps later after the previous restart. Man. Ford development now a bit worried for one of his drivers. As he should be. Because Russell David, I mean, if you were to rate Russell David's season so far, he's had more of an above average season. Maybe not necessarily a good season, but more so above average is right about where Russell David's season has been. Because while he hasn't been in that many wrecks, I mean, the wrecks that he has been in, though, were out of his control. You know, such as Richmond when he went upside down, thanks to Tyler Reddick. And then his car expiring at Auto Club. I guess we're going to have to see what Russell David can do for the remainder of the season. Because unfortunately, there's really no chance for Russell David to win the championship now. So he really just has to get as much driving experience as possible before this season is over and before he makes his Cup debut next season. Well, here we go with yet another restart here at Las Vegas. We're only 1/3 into the race and we've already had 3 cautions. This race may take a while. Man, we're going to see so many qualities in this race. Big question is what's going to happen in tomorrow's race, the Skills Cup Series race here. That's a big talking point, isn't it? Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Well, regardless, Russell David still leads. He's got Chase Bridges behind him, though, but we're just going to have to see what happens. And with that being said, green flag is out. We are underway for racing once again at Las Vegas. Russell David with the lead, but how much longer can he keep this lead going? Could he pull away like he did before, or is he immediately going to get overtaken? Chase Briscoe. Wow, okay. Briscoe going really deep to Russell's inside. Russell David's inside. Well, Russell David gonna have to give up the spot here. Maybe get it back later on. Oh, 3 wide though for the lead. Chase Briscoe in the middle, but Edward ultimately going to get the benefit out of here, and he's going to make up some spots here. Russell David already immediately falling back, and Edward already immediately going up. With Christopher now currently second, and Dom Jozowski preparing to take third, but 3 wide once again for second now, as Dom Jozowski is going to make a couple passes here on Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell take the lead here. So Chase Briscoe and Russell David are going to lose a few spots here. Maybe one of them can get back up through the field later on. Only time will tell. But Dom Jozowski is going to be up here for, or at least up to second for the time being, with Edward now the leader. And I pressed the thing twice for some reason. So Edward, of course, with the lead here at Las Vegas. I mean, we could see Russell David make a bit of a comeback later on, but only time will tell. Oh, but we're starting to see some forwards coming out of Dom Jozowski. Now he's going side by side with Edward here out of turn 2. And Dom Jozowski takes the lead here once again at Las Vegas. Imagine if Dom Jozowski go 2 in a row. That'd be quite cool. It's late in the season, but hey, there's still plenty of things that Dom Jozowski can do before the season's end. And he is back on the lead once again here at Las Vegas. And this really solidifies the fact that Dom Jozowski definitely has talent. And Freud Bob made a good decision putting him here in the NASCAR Siemens National Series. It's only going to prepare Dom Jozowski for his Cup debut as well for next season. Next season the field's going to be fairly equalized, so we'll see what happens for these guys next season, of course. So Dom Jozowski, of course, now starting to pull away. Russell David, though, slowly starting to make a comeback here. But he's got Chase Briscoe behind him, though. You think these two would work together here, but yeah, Russell David, though, starting to lose ground here once again. He definitely had a good lead over the field on that last restart, but of course, Dan DeMonte had decided to do what he did there. Edward, though, now going underneath Christopher Bell, so Christopher Bell looks like he's doing everything in his power to try to keep up here, but at the same time, Christopher Bell starting to slow up a bit. As Dom Jozowski now with a considerable margin on these guys, which was along the same margin as Russell David had before the last restart. But of course, this time though, the honor of leading the race is now in Dom Jozowski's hands. The big question though might be, how much longer can Dom Jozowski lead before? Oh, I don't know. I mean, see, if Jozowski can put up a good performance, he can definitely keep the lead for the whole rest of the race. But of course, you have to hope that another caution doesn't come out, which, provided that these drivers are on their best behavior for the rest of the race, is not going to happen. Christopher Bell, though, now moving his way past Edward. Field slowly starting to spread out. Although now we have Edward with Christopher Bell for that place that position there. And Tyler Reddick currently running in 4th with Chase Briscoe behind him in 5th. Briscoe as well, we could have seen him being up here, but ultimately Russell David here he was on the lead in the restart, but now we're back to the 6th. Oh, we're already starting to see double bells. Well, I see double bells, never mind. But Edward, though, now going underneath Christopher Bell for 2nd. Look at that. Edward, indeed. Edward, he's had an interesting season here in the NASCAR Siemens National Series. He's been consistent, and he got his only win of the season at Eldora, of all tracks. Yeah, so, yeah, Edward, he toiled off Ryan Preece for some laps at Eldora and was able to win that race. Ooh, Reddick going low on Christopher Bell. He's going to try to take him on here for 3rd. Not quite going to get there yet, though. Man, look at Reddick. He's trying everything in his power to get past these guys. And Reddick's made his way past Christopher Bell. He's already going to try to pass Edward here, and what's this? A blown engine on the infield, and no caution though, but a blown engine from Bob Hunter. I noticed that. Yeah, probably could never call that, but Bob Hunter with a blown engine. Luckily for him, he's going to quickly get to the low lane and try to avoid any accidents that could occur. But Bob Hunter now with a blown engine, he's now out of this race. Let's remember going considerably slow as well. But Wazowski though gonna quickly get past him. Yes, against front by West Rimmer and a blown up Bob Hunter. Wazowski though with a pretty good lead here. Man, it feels like ever since Brian Priest is, not running around these races, the rest of the guys are able to really compete here. Of course, we will eventually see Brian Priest again in this Siemens National Series season, but what we're seeing without him in this race is quite interesting. So Wazowski with the lead here. These guys might start to but Christopher Bell though is starting to lose on a few positions here as Edward now up to third with Reddick currently in second, and I think starting to start the charge up on John Wazowski. Reddick, he's only won one race this season. His win came at Charlotte. Ooh, Christopher Bell though gonna go back underneath Edward for the third spot. It seems that now that Ryan Priest now this race, Dom Wazowski could actually put up some form of a points battle on Christopher Bell, but it's sad to think that so late in the season that at this point, Christopher Bell has his championship in the bag, and Dom Wazowski just gonna have to settle for second in his first and possibly his only full NASCAR Siemens National Series season. But at least Wazowski, once again with the experience of leading. But imagine if he could go for his experience of winning 2 races in a row. Now, how exciting would that be? And how exciting is it going to be to have Dom Wazowski in the Skills Cup Series field for next season? And of course, in the last race, Wazowski drove the Acer car, took that to victory, and of course won with that. This time, of course, Dom Wazowski in a different paint scheme, being the Mold 1 paint scheme. And boy, oh boy, does that car look good out in front. For a moment, I never really thought that Mold 1 would ever join Subaru Motorsports, but Dom Wazowski himself, suggested that Mold 1 should be one of his sponsors. And so for a moment, I was like, well, hey, Mold 1's on the team now, so for the paint scheme, Bob decided that Dom Wazowski shall drive a paint scheme that is very similar to what Tony Stewart, very similar, it's pretty much the same thing, a recreation to what Tony Stewart drove in his retirement season. It is quite interesting to look back on Tony Stewart's career, because he definitely had a pretty good impact in the world of NASCAR, and is still, I would say, still has somewhat of an impact on NASCAR now. Of course, still got Storehouse Racing here in the NASCAR team in the National Series and the NASCAR Skills Cup Series. Although, weirdly enough, Storehouse Racing hasn't won a single race this season in either series. Here in the NASCAR team in the National Series, he's got Chase Briscoe running part-time at the moment. And he has Cole Custer running full time. Neither of those drivers have really performed up that well. And all 4 drivers in NASCAR back in NASCAR Cup Series. Well, despite the fact that Kevin Harvick made the playoffs, none of the drivers might have done well. Let's say that Kevin Harvick, you know, he might be the I like how right when I have the camera on Dom Wazowski, you see these two morons in shot just blatantly spin each other out. Well, it deserves some LOLs, and is that gonna bring out the caution? Yes, it will. Wow. How about that? Right as I'm discussing Shaw's Racing and Dom Wazowski, a crash happens right in shot. Wow. What is this race has become now? Well, I know you plainly saw the crash, but let's just look back at that crash just for the laughs. So he's up Garrett Smith, able to keep up with Ty Dillon up pretty well. Until, of course, if we go to the far chase, this crack's pretty laughable. So down some bits, we can see what happens. So Garrett Smithley running just goes high on Ty Dillon, and they both make contact and they both hit the wall. Man, lucky that none of the leaders got involved with this. Very lucky. Look at that. Look at how close some of these guys got to these guys. That crash could have been much worse if one of the leaders got involved, but luckily none of the leaders get involved in this accident. But this crash, yeah, pretty embarrassing for Ty Dillon, but I think even more embarrassing for Garrett Smithley, who is now has a blown engine and is out of this race. Well, it was fun while it lasted, but we're gonna have another restart once more. We're also gonna have pit stops though. That's gonna be interesting. Are there gonna be any pit stops? Or no? Oh, looks like we're gonna see some here. Dom Wazowski, Tyler Ray, they're already going low in prep, in prep to pick a pit stop here. Wazowski and Ray coming down. Clements staying out though. Johnny Nemechek staying out too. And Xander Mondi. And Ryan Sieg staying out. And Chastain. Westfield though coming down at the moment. Actually, where's Bill Steve one of the ones who came down pit road this time by? Yep. Well, let's see if we see some strategy here or not. So Tyler Reddick was the first one on pit road, but he's not going to be restarted to the leader now as a result of this caution. Guess the question of course, who is? So Wazowski going to come up pit road first. And those in pit were okay, Remy came, I guess he pit some point. So Ross Chastain, Ryan Sieg, Xander Mondi, Johnny Nemechek, and Kieran McClements stayed on that last caution. But John Hunter Nemechek, though, the only one being credited or being scored on the lead lap, as John Hunter Nemechek currently in first. So interesting to see him up here with the race lead. Dom Wazowski is still up here. But now that John Nemechek, well, I say we could see a I was about to say we could see a repeat of about, like we saw at what was it? Kansas, between John Nemechek and Dom Wazowski, but that's not quite going to be the case with John Nemechek. Since he didn't pit last time, he's going to be on slightly worn tires compared to Dom Wazowski. Well, anyone else put it back there? Doesn't look like it. Well, continuing on. And lights are out. Let's see who starts up here. Oh, Jimmy Clemens were then going to start up here for the lead. Oh dear. Wow, all three Teddy Ryan cars up here though. Man, what's it with the Teddy Ryan cars in this race? It's probably enough. They've all caused their own problems in this race. Well, I say they all caused their own problems. I think, yeah, actually a bit of a thing with things because really, Xander Monday, he's caused the most problems in the race, whereas the other guys, they pretty much stayed out of trouble for this entire race. And title up here too, interestingly enough. Oh, Ryan C. What's this? Oh, it looks like that, looks like I'm wrong about the restart. It looks like that Ross Chastain and Ryan C. being scored for a position here. Wow. Well, now we're seeing a bit of a replay of what we saw a bit earlier here for the restart. Except now it's just John Nemechek and Russell David nowhere to be seen here. So Russell David now pretty much in the same strategy as everyone else. So, Nemechek. He's going to get a good start here, but he's on worn tires, so I guess one question we have to raise up here is how long will John Nemechek be able to lead this race before he gets overtaken? Well, I guess that's if he does get overtaken. With that being said, however, green flag is underway once again here at Las Vegas. The field on the inside going really slow, but Nemechek, or the field wheeling up, Jeremy Clements and Xander Money got a instantly fast restart back there. So Johnny's taking the pull. We're gonna go all the way to the high lane, very fast in the high lane. But so Johnny Tech will be able to pull away from the slow cars now, and as a result, though Dom Show was also now stuck in the traffic jam of loud cars. Wazowski. And Red though also getting a bit aggressive here. Wow, this traffic is really, really crazy here. Oh, Dom Wazowski though gonna get stuck high now. Well, this might be the end of his lead here. Edward, too, gonna get trapped here. And look at that. Christopher Bell to the lead with Ferdinand up here, too. Not really they see Ferdinand running up here. Look at that. Ferdinand running up here in third place. Look at that. Christopher Bell to the lead. With, to second, John Nemechek still with the lead. But on pretty worn tires. We'll have to see how the rest of these guys fare. So Christopher Bell with second, but he's already catching up. Or would be catching up. As we're under caution once more. Again. And the pace car is once again out. Well, things were getting slightly heated up back there, but now they're going to have to get heated down. That was a crazy restart, but it's going to end... Oh. But it's going to end in more cars crashing. This time, Brandon Jones and Michael Annett getting involved. Well, mainly... Oh, what happened here, though? This was a bit of a weird thing from Brandon Jones and Matt Tifft. And... Oh. Wow, that was a pretty big spin from Brandon Jones. But let's see what happened here in a bit of more of a slow motion style. So it looks like we see more of this stuff here, like we've been seeing for this entire race. So Brandon Jones gonna get on with Matt Tifft. The two are gonna crash each other, and then Brandon Jones gonna hit the wall hard. That's gonna cause the engine to blow up, and lucky for Matt Tifft, he's gonna get through. But Michael Annett though with nowhere to go, he's gonna crash right into Brandon Jones, and both of them are gonna spin out pretty wildly. So Brandon Jones on the Blue Energy is gonna be out of the race. Michael Annett might be able to continue despite spinning quite wildly. Yeah, Michael Annett's still in this race. Lucky for him. Well, cautions breed cautions. So Johnny Chick may have to give up his lead now once again. Maybe he won't. So the field getting lined up again. Oh, Ryan Sieg going... Is he going low or is he... playing a strat? I know he's just squeezing away between Texas and Russell David. He's even score for a position, and Ryan Reed doing the same. That's for this field. They're going to line up standardly. No guys going up here road this time by except for Michael Annett. Looks like the rest of the field trying to sort themselves out. Let's try to do something. Well, that was interesting, so let's now skip ahead a lap and... Did anybody pit this time by, actually? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's what's from Michael Annett up here. But Brandon Jones' race is over. And there we go. Skipping another lap. So lights are out, so we're going next time by. Anybody coming up here? Yeah, Michael on that ambush. Remember coming up here? Well, who knows? Well, say that. Who else is coming? Oh, and Jimmy Clements and a bunch of other guys. So Johnny Tech, interestingly enough, not going to pit this time by, but still on considerably worn tires. We'll see how he fares out with the lead here. As Christopher Bell is right behind him. We also got Ferdinand running unusually well running up here, which is something that we haven't seen, despite the fact that Ferdinand has only run a few races this season, driving part-time for SOA Motorsports. Well, here we go with another restart. Let's see how much long we go on this one. And green flag is out. We're underway once again at Vegas. So Nemechek with the lead, trying to get a good start off here. But let Christopher Bell right behind him, as the rest of the field being trapped on the outside. But Christopher Bell already diving to the bottom of John Nemechek. Christopher Bell now with the lead here at Kansas. I mean, not Kansas, Las Vegas. And Edward though. Edward side by side with Ferdinand, so it's more drivers getting together. But Edward, they're gonna get around these guys too. It's John Nemechek now considerably slow. That's going to allow Edward to get past him. Obviously, though, just getting himself into position now. So, Christopher with the lead now. Edward and Ferdinand, they're doing everything in their power to try to do something here. Guess only time will tell to see what these guys are here. And might see Dom Chazowski might get on the power run once again here. He's already going to go to the inside of John Hunter Nemechek. As Nemechek now with worn tires, not able to go as fast as these other guys. He's also, looks like now he's going to be quick to make his way around. Not quite, actually. Ferdinand, I think Ferdinand got new tires on the last pit stop, but Ferdinand not as fast as a force as Dom Chazowski is. Chazowski's going to pick up another spot here on Ferdinand. Next up ahead of him is Edward, who is a pretty big powerhouse here, and Christopher Bell, also a powerhouse, so we'll see how these guys fare. Dom Chazowski, though, now on the power run. He can still win this race, he just needs to execute correctly. Edward running a slightly worse line than Wazowski. That's going to allow Wazowski to get up close to him. Well, yeah, Edward, he's taking a considerably higher line through here. Man, oh man, that's a good line for Edward. Let's see how the top three progresses out. These are all powerhouse drivers. As Christopher Bell with 2 wins, Dom Chazowski with 2 wins, and Edward with 1 win. But they're all pretty close to each other in the point standings. Oh, but here goes Edward now running high. Making a bit of a mistake and allowing Dom Chazowski to get low on him. And Wazowski going to be able to get up and overtake Edward here, which puts Wazowski in second. Now he's going to set sail for Christopher Bell. We only have so many laps to go in this race, but Dom Wazowski now in contention to get his 3rd career win and 2nd win in a row. And surprisingly enough, in 22 races for this year's NASCAR Siemens National Series season, no full-time driver has gotten 2 wins in a row. Part-time drivers, I think Ryan Preece got 2 wins in a row, but that's because that doesn't count because Preece only a part-time driver. But Wazowski a full-timer. He's getting closer and closer to Christopher Bell. Wazowski definitely has the better car here. He needs to be the better driver, and it looks like he will. Christopher Bell starting to run a little bit high here. Dom Chazowski getting right to his rear bumper. Off of turn 2, Wazowski going really close to the rear end of Christopher Bell on the back straightaway. And he's not going to shove him high. Oh, what's this? Another crash? Ooh, Wazowski getting a little bit skeptical here with Christopher Bell now. Are we under caution, actually? Because I saw a blown engine there. Yep. Yep. Well, you saw the smoke. The only question is who it is involved this time. Let's see. Yeah, you saw it on the front stretch. Oh, Zandamondi. Wow. Okay. So Zandamondi's doing his thing, once again involved in an accident. This time with Michael Annett. As Michael just spins him around and... Oh. Wow. Zandamondi with a blown engine and... Actually, was that on purpose? I don't know. For curiosity, let's see what happened from the cockpit camera of Michael Annett. Yeah, so Michael Annett just doing his thing. Ooh, he does get into Zandamondi a bit here, and... Wow, okay. I guess Michael Annett really didn't like what Zandamondi did earlier, so Michael Annett's like, you know what, I'm just going to just spin out my Zandamondi. Well, not only spin him out, but take him out of the race. Well, this race is not going to have that many green flag laps left to go. So, yeah, of course, pace car is deployed. Well, nobody coming up here road as nobody should go up here road this time by, as it's still a little while to go for the end of the race. Oh, surprised enough, John, you say still to go up here road despite probably on pretty worn tires. Oh my god, still going up here road to repair the damage. And here's Winston Ruhr. Not sure what he was doing. Well, this race has sure been considerably interesting, although it's mostly caution filled. Oh wait, Michael Annett. Well, yeah, looks like Michael Annett didn't like what Zandamondi did earlier, but I guess he decided to sacrifice his own car to take him out or something. It's a bit of a shame. So lights are around the pace car. So we have 4 laps to go this time by. See, Donald Jones can totally get around Christopher Bell before the ultimate end of the race. But can he and will he? Actually, is anybody coming up here? No, I guess nobody's not coming up here. We're gonna have a single file restart with 4 to go here. Well, let's see how many laps we can go. Well, let's see if we can make it to the finish now. See if we can make it to the finish. This could be Dom Strzelczyk's chance to take the lead and get his second win in a row and 3rd career win overall. Let's see. So, pace car going down once again. So, Christopher Bell with the lead, but Dom Strzelczyk's right there. We're going to have to keep an eye on Dom Strzelczyk as he might try to do something here. And green flag, we're once again at Las Vegas. A pretty weird restart from these guys. Ed would try to do something, but didn't quite work. And Tom Ray going to go to the inside of Ed Wood for 3rd. Ooh, Reddick looking pretty low on Dom Strzelczyk, but Reddick having to slope a bit here with Edward on the outside of him. And Dom Strzelczyk up 2nd. Oh, it's Texas there. Texas might be in his last race of this season. Hey, so Dom Strzelczyk, he's... Ooh, man, oh man. He needs to find the perfect moment to attack. He needs to be really quick, though. A caution could come out any moment, and that will sign Christopher Bell the winner of Las Vegas. But I don't think Dom Strzelczyk wants that to happen. There he goes! trying to signal on Christopher Bell. They're side by side. 2 laps to go. They're really close to each other. Really, really close. But Dom Strzelski goes to the inside of Christopher Bell to take the lead here. This is it. Oh, they slow up a little bit on the through the corner. But here we go. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. I talked about Dom Strzelski's one-isms earlier. But I don't think anyone would think that we would see Dom Strzelski go 2 in a row. Oh, he's got 1 lap to hold off Christopher Bell, though. Christopher Bell may be the points leader, but Dom Strzelski at this point is just in it for experience. Oh, Christopher Bell going to try to go any Dom Strzelski. Oh man, Christopher Bell going low. He tries to overtake Dom Strzelski, but it's not going to be enough. Christopher Bell, as he tries to get any Dom Strzelski, not going to do so in time, and Dom Strzelski will get his 2nd win in a row and 3rd career win at Las Vegas to win the Kool 300. What a finish. So Christopher Bell, he did everything in his power at that last second to try to get around Dom Strzelski. But Strzelski is still victorious. Win number 3 for the driver of the 53 car of Tobabin Motorsports. How cool is that? I once said that Strzelski was very good on play tracks, but it looks like that Strzelski is also very good at the mile and a halves too. He just needed to be the best car in the field, and Strzelski, he must have had the best car in this race. And he was able to execute, do everything right, and as a result, he is a winner for the 3rd time this year. Oh, Russell David made it back up to 5th too. What do you know? Well, you saw that the pace car came out bad in the last second, so we're gonna rewind time and see what happened to bring out that last thing. So it seemed like the caution did come out there, but yeah, it came out at a very convenient moment just before the race was over. So Dom Strzelski had the shot to get his 3rd career win. Christopher Bell almost beat him though, and oh wow, this is a pretty, yeah, I guess we're gonna end this race in a big crash here. The riffraff of all drivers, Mitch Bronson, Ross Chastain, and Ryan Sieg all getting involved here, and they all do things, and wow, look at that, Mitch Bronson going for a flipper, and he goes over Ryan Sieg and is still able to drive. Wow, okay. We're gonna see that one a few times over. That was a crash and a half, you might say. Well, let's see what happened from Mitch Bronson's chase camera. Man, this car looked like a monster truck there for a second. Wow. See that again from a few other angles. Let's see this time. How about the cockpit camera? Yeah, you can't see much from here, can you? Still, that was a weird wreck from Mitch Bronson. Wow, he just... What was that? Well, let's see what else happened. Let's see. This time I'm going to go from Ross Chastain's point of view. See what he does here. So it looks like, although he goes into Bronson, who's running high here, and then he hits the side of him. Bronson goes spinning, but then Ryan Sieg, just with nowhere to go, or not nowhere, just gets into these guys, causing this to happen. A chain reaction crash with domino effect, and well, not Ross Chastain, but Xander Monty. Wow, pretty interesting accident from that angle. See that again from a different angle, Ross Chastain. This time we'll go to the do I have a hood camera? I don't think so. Oh, well, the roof camera, which is the next best thing, I suppose. Man, that was a funny crash, though. The way that Dynamite just flipped. And now roof camera again, but this time from Ryan Sieg's point of view. Oh, I was a crashing app, you might say. Well, there you go. So this happened whilst Dom Shozowski was battling for the win with Christopher Bell. Bell almost took the lead that back there again, but wasn't quite able to do it. And with that, and as a result, Dom Shozowski victorious in Vegas too. Well, that does it from the NASCAR Siemens Series here at Las Vegas. So giving you the finishing results. So Dom Shozowski, third career win for him, second win in a row as well, which is quite cool. With Christopher Bell coming up second, Edward third, Texas fourth, Russell David fifth, Tommy Jesse sixth, Tyler Reddick seventh, Austin Cindric eighth, Ferdinand ninth, Chase Briscoe 10th, John Hunter Nemechek 11th, Ryan Reed 12th, Elliott Sadler 13th, Justin Allgaier 14th, Shane Lamb 15th, Matt Tiff 16th, Ryan Sieg 17th, Ross Chastain 18th, Jeremy Clements 19th, Ty Dillon 20th, Winston Rimmer 21st, Mitch Bonds 22nd, Michael Lynette 23rd, Zane DeMine 24th, Brandon Jones 25th, Garrett Smedley 26th, Bob Punter 27th, Cole Custer 28th, Kyle Benjamin 29th, Henry 30th, Ernie Irvin 31st, and Vinnie Miller 32nd in last. So, there you go. It doesn't really look like Dom Shozowski will be able to catch up to Christian Bell to win the championship, but he can at least try to get as many wins as possible with the amount of races left in the season. So, next race is going to be an interesting one, as we're going to be seeing some drivers come back and some of the drivers do the thingamajigs. Yeah, so in Texas, so I believe this is going to be Texas's final race for the 2018 season, and so, yeah, so Texas not able to complete the pie and become the fourth driver to win the over 9,000 car for the season, but he at least put in, or tried to put in effort. Still got a good finish, though. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll see what other kind of driverisms that we have for next week with the part-timers. With the full-timers, though, well, their season is starting to cool down now that we're just only 3 races to go now in the season. But with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.